What you doing tonight, Remy?
I'm feeling good right now.
I
can't even think about tonight, how good I look right now.
You look ugly.
Hey, this is Lindsay Whalen, and you're listening to the One Hunnit Podcast.
Yeah, that's right. You're listening to the One Hunnit Podcast.
Hey, guess who's back for the Twins?
Ooh, this guy.
Hey, what's up? This is Byron Buxton from the Minnesota Twins, and you're listening to the One Hunnit Podcast.
You're in the One Hunnit Podcast. Let's keep it 100 now.
I said no more.
That's not cool, man. Stop doing that. Put some respect on my name. Remember that.
We got a show.
What about my buddy?
What about your buddy? Your buddy? Who's your buddy? This guy?
Yo, what's up? This is Greg Jennings, and you're listening to the One Hunnit Podcast.
What up, GJ?
Did you play mini golf with Greg Jennings this week?
Nah, he's on vacation.
I'm going to get him on my softball team.
Hey, this is Stephon Diggs from the Minnesota Vikings. You're listening to a 100 Podcast.
What up, big dog? It's Stephon Diggs, man.
It is, man.
Hey, Tyus.
What's up? This is Tre Jones, and you're listening to the 100 Podcast.
Wow, we got a good show today.
Man,
You know what time it is?
it's
College football time.
Man,
It's August.
It
it's
feels
August.
like it. I saw on Facebook the other day. Kids are going back to school already.
Dude, it's crazy. August 1st was earlier this week. We're recording this on August 2nd. August 31st is the Gophers opener against something called Buffalo. And here's quick trivia for you. I'll get the bean. I'll eat the bean if you can answer this. What NFL All-Pro right now, one of the best players in the NFL, was drafted out of Buffalo a couple of years ago? 2-3 years ago.
Khalil Mack.
Damn it. God, I gotta eat a bean.
You gonna eat it anyway because I'm a trivia king.
Some of a
My
bean.
man. So we gonna venture down the college football recruiting. PJ Fleck had a monster week and weekend last week.
He's a beast.
He is a beast.
Hey, you know what else starts tonight?
What?
Being PJ Fleck on ESPNU. The
That's
four-part
right.
series starts tonight. I think it's 7 o'clock on ESPNU.
PJ Fleck was on this show
Row that boat, baby.
wearing that medium.
He gets up on that medium. I bet he wears biker shorts when he bikes.
Being PJ
Would you wear biker shorts if you biked?
Heck no.
You would.
Being PJ Fleck to me sounds like never getting any sleep.
Dude, he told us 3 hours a night.
But I'm pretty sure he just like plugs in. You know what I mean? Probably sleeps standing, just plugged into the wall.
He's like an electric car.
Exactly.
He's running around. He might be a robot. He might be one of them first cyborgs that are going to take over the world eventually. Because, you know, everywhere he goes, he just kind of seems to master it at a very young age. Doesn't seem to age. Cyborg. I don't think he's even a real person.
Man, we're going to talk to our friend Kyle
Cyborg.
Goblirsch. We call him Goby.
Yeah, where's he
Okay,
from?
G. He covers the Minnesota Gophers for 24/7, the top
So I did
recruiting
that.
website in the country.
Yeah, 24/7 blew away the doors off of the likes of Rivals
Yeah.
and ESPN Recruiting Nation, and they're kind of in their own league now.
And they bought Scout.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Scout now is part of 24/7.
Oh, so Rivals is dead anyway.
Well, I mean,
Isn't Scout Rivals?
No. They're
Oh.
different. But 24/7 actually was bought by CBS Sports. So they're big time, man.
Yeah, that is big time.
Shannon Terry started that thing, man, and now it's blowing up.
They ain't no Go Media, but shoot. We
Yeah,
still
man.
give
But
them
we're
that
going to
piece.
talk to him, man, and talk about this recruiting class. But first, man,
We got something to do.
that's right.
You want to do this?
Debate mode.
Yeah, debate mode. Let's
Yes,
get
sir.
into it. We're doing the divisions. We don't go hardcore. Last week, I told you the Vikings will win the North. You claimed it'll be the Lions because you're an idiot. And now we're going to talk about that stupid team you love, the Atlanta 28-3 Falcons.
You see the hat?
I see that hat. Looks like the one that was just underneath the Patriots one a few months ago.
No, actually,
Put
this.
that on the second to
Listen.
the top shelf?
Okay, full disclosure. During the Super Bowl, I laid out 4 Falcons hats. I don't know if you were following me on Snapchat.
I never follow you on Snapchat.
4 Falcons hats, one for each quarter. And I had just bought this one. It was brand new. It was my 4th quarter hat. I should have burned it because the other 3 got me to 28-3.
Hey, you know what?
This hat cost me the Super Bowl.
I feel like the show's off to a good start. And if we keep up with this hat, we're probably going to really suck it up during views. So you might want to take that off. 3/4 of the way through, we'll be good. Then all of a sudden, midway through our Goby interview, talking Gophers, you're just going to start to melt down and be like, DSGB. Kyle, can you tell me a little something about this that I don't know anything about? I'm stupid. Choke.
If this hat is indicative of how this show goes, the ceiling is going to fall in on this studio during views.
Yeah, it ain't good.
No.
Our lives are in danger today.
But who you got, man? NFC South, who you got?
Okay, so the teams we are working with are the Carolina Panthers, the Atlanta Falcons, the New Orleans Saints, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'm going to tell you right now, Carolina's not going to be very good. I just don't see it happening. Christian McCaffrey is nothing. Cam Newton's going to get beat up behind another bad offensive line. Matt Khalil, by the way, is already hurt. Matt Khalil, ex-Viking, already hurt for the Carolina Panthers. The dude is done.
Are you shocked?
No. New Orleans is going to be tough because that offense is elite, even without Brandon Cooks.
Come on, man.
Michael Thomas, Adrian Peterson, Mark Ingram, Drew Brees. I mean, what more do you want? That was the number one offense in the league last year, and it's going to be good again this year. Atlanta's going to be good, but not as good as the champions, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, my goodness.
You better get on that Jameis Winston bandwagon.
God.
They will go at least to the NFC Championship game this year.
Kidding me, man.
Improving defense, added O.J. Howard, that elite tight end out of Alabama. You've got Deshaun Jackson in the mix now. Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson, O.J. Howard. Hello! That offense is going to be the best in the South. And that's saying something because the Saints are there. And the Falcons.
Crack is illegal.
Woo! Who you got?
And I don't know who you getting it from. But apparently you're doing it on a regular basis.
Pathetic performance.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. I got the Bucs.
First of all, we're the deepest team in the league.
Who's weird? The Vikings?
The Atlanta Falcons.
Never heard of them.
We got the reigning MVP. We've got the best wide receiver in football.
Ooh, that's not true. That's Odell Beckham Jr. He plays for the
You're
Giants.
out of your mind.
That's Odell Beckham Jr.
Odell Beckham's not a top 10 wide receiver.
His mom ran track at Wyndham in Minnesota. Put some respect on that name.
Julio Jones is the best receiver in football. Anyway, this is not about him. The entire offense is back. By the way, Mohamed Sanu is in mid-season form already, and he's
great. Mid-season Mohamed Sanu. Scary. Yeah.
He's the number 2 guy.
Yeah, mid-season Mohamed Sanu is like mid-season Scott Stahoviak.
We've got the best running back duo in the league.
No, you don't. The Vikings do.
No, they...
Delvin Cook and Tay Train.
Come on, man.
And then next week, guess Jerick McKinnon.
Yeah, I like Jerick McKinnon. George Sullivan.
Georgia boy. He's a Georgia boy.
Now, the defense is greatly improved. It was massively improved at the last of the year. Then we go out and draft Duke to play linebacker. Man, we got Deion Jones, Devondre Campbell.
He's a Gopher.
Absolutely. We
Is
signed
he from Georgia?
Huh? No.
Should be.
We signed Dontarius Poe.
Who's that Tack McKinley guy, that psychopath linebacker?
Drafted Tack McKinley.
He was swearing on draft night when he got drafted.
Yeah, he was just happy for it.
Was he UCLA guy?
Because he promised his grandma. He played with Anthony Barr, played with Howie Kendricks. Listen.
Howie Kendricks?
Yeah.
You mean the second baseman for the LA Angels? Eric Kendricks.
Eric Kendricks. Yeah, Howie Kendricks. He plays baseball, too.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Listen, we're the deepest team in the league. The schedule favors us. We'll be 5-0 before the schedule gets tough. And we know...
I haven't even looked at the Bucs schedule. It's no way.
It doesn't matter. I think you're right.
The Bucs
are improved.
Skyrocketing.
The Bucs are improved. Saints, Carolina won't matter. The Bucs are improved. It'll be between the Bucs and the Falcons. Now, I don't think the Falcons will. I think they'll come back to the earth a little bit offensively, but the defense will be better. That defense is going to look like the Seattle defenses that went to the Super Bowl.
Who's your backup quarterback?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but if Matt Ryan gets hurt, who's
He's
the backup?
not going to get hurt. Our offensive line is the top 5 offensive line in the league.
Maybe.
It doesn't matter who our offense is. You don't touch Matt Ryan.
I know more than you.
How often do quarterbacks really get hurt in the league, though? I mean, honestly.
I mean, all the time.
I mean, seriously. Big
all
time
the time. They play through it a lot of the time, but the difference in caliber that they play at, whether it's Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady or Carson Palmer or Andy Dalton or Colin Kaepernick, Ryan Tannehill, he had the shoulder last year. All these guys. Doesn't matter.
I'm talking elite quarterbacks.
Russell Wilson. Look at how he sags when he's not going well.
Here's the deal. I know that I took the Lions to be contrarian because you were going to take the Vikings.
That was a stupid take.
You took the Bucs to be contrarian because you knew I was going to take the Falcons.
No, that's not true.
Really, debate mode doesn't start until next week.
Let's do quarterback rankings NFC South this year. What are they going to be?
It's Matt Ryan and everyone else.
No, it's not.
He's the reigning MVP.
You're
can't
freaking
say that.
Nuts. You're freaking nuts. Drew Brees is in that division.
You're out of your mind.
This is 1A, 1A, 1A. It's like a three-man race.
It's
and then
not.
Cam Newton's not even in the 3, in the 4.
You kidding me? Drew Brees is 114 years old.
Here's how it's going to go this
His
year.
offensive line is brutal. Dude.
Still
He lost his
slinging darts.
biggest weapon.
Who? Brandon Cooks?
Yes.
Michael Thomas was his best weapon second half
You
of the
didn't
season.
even know who Michael Thomas was. I see it Googled on your computer over
No,
there.
that's not even true.
You're
Look at that.
You don't even know who Michael Thomas is.
Yeah,
You
Ohio
wouldn't-
State.
You wouldn't be able to pick him out of a two-man lineup standing next to Manute Bowl.
You're a loser.
Falcons.
Bucks. And the quarterback rankings, as I get back to my point before I was rudely interrupted by this not so polite Georgian. Jeremy,
I love you.
The Georgia Preach. This year, the number one QB.
You look terrible, by
the
the
number
way.
one shut up. The number one QB in the NFL might be Jameis Winston. He will be the best quarterback in that division this year, followed by Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, Cam Newton.
Hey, one thing.
And Cam would be at the top if he had an offensive line.
One thing's for sure, though. The Saints will be 0-1 because they got to come here Monday night to open the season.
Yeah!
No juice.
So
I did that.
let's do it.
Cause I'm in beast mode. Give me those beats, I eat those. All day, I don't sleep, look, I don't even know what I got sheets for.
Beast mode. I've been rocking this beast mode thing kind of hard.
He's gone. Beast mode.
Tell you what, man. We're making history today.
Yes, sir.
Our beast mode of the week is this guy once again.
Line drive right field. Here's the charging Saunders. It gets by him. Goes to the wall. Altuve will get to third base. Saunders tried for a great catch, and it really backfired on him. Altuve to third with 2 outs in the inning.
My guy, A.J. Hinch.
Yeah, manager for the Houston Astros.
He said
he's your guy now.
He said July wasn't even over yet. And he said this, I don't know how quickly they can turn around the Player of the Month award, but they can just put it in the car and bring it to Houston.
Oh, is that an actual quote?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Hey, and Jose Altuve is literally the best hitter in baseball right now, and it's not close. So, back-to-back beast mode of the week. He had 14 hits in his last 7 games, 47 hits in his last 92 at-bats. That's like me in softball. He's hitting .485 in July, and he did that with a 1-for-6 game against the Mariners. You take that one game away, guess what his batting average was in July?
What?
.534. That is absolutely freaking nasty.
That's ridiculous. The highest of any Astros player. He actually passed a guy named Hidalgo. You remember Richard Hidalgo?
Richard Hidalgo!
Yeah, from 2000. So that record is
What?
stood
Richard
for...
Hidalgo? That's the guy?
Yeah, Richard
Seriously?
Hidalgo hit like 476 in September of 2000.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's got the highest on-base percentage in a month since Chipper Jones went 500 in, some years back.
Dude, that is crazy. But in April and May, he hit .313 and had a total of 65 hits. June and July combined, even with a bit of a down June, which is still over 300 for Altuve, he combined to hit .388 and had 83 hits in the 2 months.
Check this out.
That's crazy.
He had 43 hits in 18 games. Now, only 6 players in the modern era of baseball. Now, when we say the modern era, we mean...
Was that like since 1970 or
something like
yeah.
So, since the modern era... No. It goes way back. The modern era. Since
like 1930.
Earlier,
1920.
yeah. Anyway, the other guys to do it, Ty Cobb.
He's all right.
George Sisler.
Heard of him.
Jack Tobin.
Never heard of her.
Heidi Manouche.
Woohoo, my favorite.
And finally, a guy named Ichiro.
Oh, you know what, Jose Altuve? You this.
He's a beast! He's a beast! He's a beast! A beast! Beast!
Yeah, but for every beast, my man.
There's got to be
There's got to be a least. Man, Altuve's a beast.
He is a beast. And you know what? He's our first back-to-back, our first 2-time winner of Beast Mode of the Week.
Yeah.
Good on you, Jose.
Man, all 5'5" of you.
All of him.
Is he 5'5"? I bet he's taller than you.
That's a stretch.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
That's bull.
Hey.
Shit.
Jose also leads the majors in batting average now.
You are not 5'10".
I used to be.
Dude, you ain't 5'10" in heels, bro.
I might have shrunk.
Yeah, you're like 5'6", baby.
But today we also have our first 2-time
You look like a tiny person standing next to Pat Elfline.
least mode of the week. First two-time winner.
Go on.
Ironically, for the same story.
And you don't want to win this one.
No, you don't want to win this one twice. The NCAA, if you remember correctly, banned our guy, Donald De La Haye.
Oh, he's my favorite.
He's a kicker for UCF.
Yeah, Central Florida. Dante
Because
Culpepper country.
He's monetizing his talent.
Yeah.
By making YouTube videos.
Yeah, he's going out and getting money.
Yeah. So the NCAA says you can't do that.
Yeah.
So time goes by. Donald basically says to the NCAA, I'm not going to quit.
I ain't quitting, man.
I'm going to keep making money.
I'll make some money.
So guess what the NCAA says?
I don't know.
We are going to rule you ineligible because you are profiting off of your YouTube page and making money off of your own likeness.
Can't do that. Not you, sir. No money for you, college boy.
But I tell you what, the NCAA said that we're not changing the rules for you.
We ain't doing anything for you.
We're not going to allow student athletes to earn an income. Matter of fact, this is what De La Haye said. He said we're student athletes, and the reason we go to college is to learn how to make money. And an entrepreneur, he said, an entrepreneur like myself should have the right to profit off of his own business, and the NCAA said no.
Yeah, but if he were a math major, not playing athletics, he could do whatever he wants.
He could do whatever he wants.
He could be a porn star.
The NCAA is the most clueless organization on the matter of fact in the galaxy. Hey, I don't know if there's anything out there, but I guarantee you, in the entire solar system, there could not be an organization more corrupt, more inept, more dysfunctional than the NCAA. And because of that, you are the two-time winner. Can we say winner? Should we say winner?
You win lease mode.
Recipient.
Yeah, recipient. That's a good word.
Of lease mode of the week.
Speaking of porn star, got a good Zach Levine story coming up later in the in the show.
If the NCAA was sponsored by a musician, it would be this guy.
I love this song.
As a matter of fact,
hey, freestyle.
If you work for the NCAA, you should have to sing this song as you walk through the door.
All freestyle. Here we go. You ready? I'm the NCAA loser, baby. I ain't got no friends because I'm a selfish bitch. Is that good?
What happened?
Yeah, sorry. What are you doing? What are you doing?
No juice.
Hit my button bar.
Yeah, man, I like your button, man.
Activate preach mode.
Uh-oh.
No juice.
I feel like preaching.
Hey! Ain't today, boy.
What happened?
Story mode.
What happened?
No, man, you ain't getting this time slot.
It was preach mode time.
You ain't got no preach mode.
Did you see me transforming over here?
Yeah, you turned into like a fat little person.
I was getting ready to just go in.
What were we going to preach about? Because I got a better story.
Listen, you heard the organ.
Shh. Here's what I'm going to say to you.
Bruh.
Now stop talking.
Let's go.
All right?
Yes.
This is story mode. Preach mode can wait. It'll return in episode 12 next week with Jarek McKinnon. I'm Joe Nelson. This is the One Hunnit Podcast. And here's my story.
What you got?
Softball, D-League, co-ed, St. Louis Park, Aquila Fields, Sunday night. I'm out in left field, roaming as I always do, in that tall, thick, uneven grass.
Put some respect on my name, remember that.
Some chick from the other team who could really hit the ball. Right. Rare in D-League co-ed softball.
You shouldn't say chick.
She swings, hits a drive, deep left center. Nelson, back, racing, boom! Collision! Oh! Yeah. Major collision in the outfield. I collided with the left center fielder. I was playing left. You get 4 outfielders in softball. This guy, who's from Ireland, a.k.a. Chicago, he hit me right in the throat with this forearm, right? And then he kneed me right in the knee with his left knee to my right knee. Down he goes. I, of course, climb over the top of him, more concerned about getting the ball and throwing the person out at third base, which I did not do, although it was a good throw.
Pathetic performance.
And that's why I sound like I sound right now. I got forearm shivered by a Chicago Irishman in the throat playing D-League softball. and I nearly suffered an upper fibula fraction. Or actually, upper fibula. That's the upper bone next to the knee on the outside.
Are there two sections of that bone?
Yeah, man, there's a lower and an upper. And
Stay in your lane.
I nearly fractured that, or it was a lateral meniscus tear. I later found out it's just a deep muscle bruise, which to get deep into my muscle, you got to go a long way. But I got absolutely train wrecked by this small Irishman who happens to be a world-class racquetball player. And man, I tell you what, you want to make fun of my softball game every time we come on this show? But little do you know, I bounced back the next night as a sub on a men's D-League team. And what did I do? Well, let's just say when I batted left-handed after going 3 for 3 with a single, a double, and a home run, I ripped her single to right field, and the guy on first goes, "Man, what can't this guy do?" And I said, "Run fast."
You're a loser.
Story mode, bro.
I like that. I don't like how you just interrupted me, though.
I didn't interrupt you.
You ripped off preach mode.
That was the schedule. Preach mode can wait.
Preach mode doesn't.
You should come play D-League softball with me
Preach
sometime.
mode doesn't wait for anyone.
D-League softball. What are you doing Monday night, 9:15?
I'm retired.
Oak Park Heights.
Hang on for the views, and we'll find out if you're going to retire, too.
Shit. Hey, man, let's talk to a guest.
Let's do it.
You want to talk to a guest? We teased him. Goby, Kyle Goblirsch.
Yeah.
24/7 Sports, covering the Gophers, football, basketball.
Yes,
all
sir.
things U of M, maroon and gold.
We already told you, 24/7, top recruiting site in the world, and it ain't even close.
That's right. What's up, Kyle? You on the line?
I am on the line. Thanks, guys, for having me on. I feel honored. You guys have had some incredible guests these first 10 podcasts. I've been listening on and along with all of them, and so I'm honored. I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I'm sorry I sound like I've been smoking cigarettes for the past 13 hours, but I got hit in the throat. I just talked about it. D-League softball injury. It's not my throat. Not my fault. But
dang,
we got more important things to talk about here.
We've been trying to talk retirement with him. He's getting a little bit older.
Hey, how do you know Remy here? Did he stalk you on Twitter or somewhere
no,
like he did me to try and become friends?
I didn't. I actually met Remy, what was that, about 3-4 years ago, I think now?
Yep.
At a Gopher, at one of those Gopher summer camps. That was back, Jerry Kill was the head coach at the time, and his son was one of the campers there, and just got to meet Remy there, and we just kind of hit it off, and we've kept in contact ever since.
I know what happened, though. I know what happened. You had a press pass. He saw that thing dangling around your neck on that lanyard and was like, "I'm going to make friends with this guy."
You know what? Back then, they used to allow, I think parents, even on the sideline of the camp, to watch some of the one-on-ones with the O-line and D-line.
Yeah.
I happened to be standing, they were running a board drill, and he was right behind me. And obviously, he's talked about in the past, he's a huge Georgia 24/7 guy. So he saw me wearing the 24/7 polo, and that's when he pounced.
Oh, yeah. That's how he operates.
I was trying to get Tre an extra star.
yeah. Hey, that's not a bad idea.
It isn't. It's not. I get it. I've got a son that's going into 8th grade, so I'm going to be right there with you here shortly, Remy.
No, it was funny because we talked, Kyle and I talked less about Tre and everything. We did, obviously, because he updated his profile and stuff.
Yeah, your son, Tre.
And we talked more about 24/7 and recruiting. And at that time, and we're going to get right into it, we talked about Kill recruiting Georgia. And Goby, you and I, we've talked for years about this with the Minnesota staff starting to recruit Georgia. And it went back to the old staff. And now we talked to Coach Fleck. He's really put that into hyperdrive. He admitted to us that he loves recruiting the state of Georgia.
Yeah.
He loves recruiting specifically Atlanta. And any more kids you see in 2018 on the horizon? I know there's one. Maybe you'll talk about him. And what about for 2019?
Oh, well, the thing is you're right. Georgia has been very good to the University of Minnesota. There's a handful of guys on roster right now. They already have 5 commits from Georgia in the 2018 class that are alone from the state of Georgia. But that's out of 23 commits. So they have 23 total commits. 5 of those are from Georgia.
Wow.
So obviously there's not a lot of room left in the class. So we'll see. I don't know if they'll add another Georgia kid still in this class. But 2019 for sure. I mean, they'll definitely hit it there. It's really interesting. I went back and I've been looking over the last decade. How do the guys kind of rank coming out of the state of Georgia? And this was before you even asked me to come on because I was kind of doing some prep work and digging into it. And what's really interesting is over the last decade, not including this current list of 2018 commits, Shannon Brooks was the highest rated Georgia, commit that had been brought in, based on 24/7 composite. All 5 of these current commits today, in the 2018 class, rank higher than what Shannon Brooks did.
Wow.
Now, granted, those are rankings, so it all has to be played out on the field. But what's also really interesting is if you're one of those guys that says, I don't buy the rankings, and there's more that goes into it, all 5 of those have a minimum of 17 D1 offers. So that alone is also really impressive. They're not just grabbing guys that have 2 or 3 offers, which kind of was the MO of Kill and his staff. They would kind of find those under the radar guys, but they're finding guys that are legitimately targeted from major schools across the country. So like I said, out of those 5, none of them have less than 17 D1 offers. So that's kind of really impressive. They're definitely dipping into Georgia. They're doing a tremendous job this cycle in Georgia, and I only expect that to continue.
So rounding out that topic, the Izudu kid from Archer.
Yep.
Who that?
He's got a big offensive tackle, 6'4.5", 295. Do you see him maybe being a part of this class, or is he staying south?
Yeah, I think he's going to stay south, and part of that was a decision of the staff. They actually brought him in this last weekend to camp, did some measurements on him, and they were in desperate need of more tackles in this class. And they already felt that they were kind of full on the interior offensive line, both center and guard. And unfortunately, Josh measured more as a guard for them than a tackle. He came in about 6'4". The arm length was a little bit shorter than expected, so he kind of measured more as a guard than a tackle. So they ended up snagging a 6'8" kid out of Missouri instead. And he's one of those that he looks like a tight end. He's only about 255 right now, but the fact that he's 6'8", he has the frame that he can carry it. So they snagged the kid out of Mizzou area instead to fill that offensive tackle need.
So where's PJ Fleck's first recruiting class rank with 24/7 right now?
Right now, it ranks 27th in the country on 24/7 based on the 24/7 composite ranking, which is nice because that incorporates the rankings from all of the sites. So it tries to kind of remove any bias, I guess, that goes on.
Yeah.
That falls also number 6 in the Big Ten, which, granted, it's probably not going to stick at that 27, especially considering they're at 23 commits. Other schools are going to start snagging guys, and then other schools add their point total will kind of accumulate as well. So I think it's going to fall into that kind of mid-30s range. That's probably more realistic, but definitely they're off to a great start.
So you cover obviously more Gopher football than just the recruiting angle. What do you think of the team this year? Do they have any chance to be as good as they were last year? Their odds in the Big Ten West. Give us the run around there.
Yeah, you're right. This team this year is going to be interesting in that they have potential to hit that same 9 win as last year, but anytime you're changing a new coaching staff and a brand new culture, the wheels can fall off any given point. So there's also the potential that it kind of bottoms out as well. I personally think there's enough talent on this roster that the floor is that 6-win mark where you're at least going to a bowl game. I think that's the floor.
Mm-hmm.
But it all just kind of depends on how much are guys buying in. I've heard from a lot of different players that it sounds like guys are buying in like crazy. They love the new culture. They're ready to get going. They're excited. They're genuinely excited. So we'll see. But, there's a lot of different things that Fleck is hard on, with I don't know if you guys heard on the little promo that they have for his Bean PJ Fleck, which actually premieres tonight.
Yeah.
He makes a reference to a player about, you're on your way to being a starter. I don't need you to be here at 8:01 when the meeting starts at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's an area that it's going to be an adjustment for some of these guys that, granted, yes, Kill was very hard on guys as well, but it was still going on, and he's not afraid to remove guys. So that's the side that I'm talking about, that if that doesn't pan out, then yeah, you're going to hit kind of that floor. But as long as everybody buys in and they're doing what they're supposed to off the field, there's definitely the potential to hit those, that 8-9 win mark and be competing in the Big Ten West. There's enough talent on roster to compete in that regard.
So rounding out the recruiting aspect of this, you talked about them having 23 commits already. Obviously, class max would be 25. And then you can back count some, and you and I both know those rules are about like the IRS tax code, so difficult to articulate. But Do you see Coach Fleck and this staff over-signing this period? And if so, how do they get to the 85 number by fall?
Yeah, it is an interesting topic. It's one we've been discussing on Gopher 24/7 lately, too, because at 23 commits, they're technically will be over the 85 limit by 7 scholarships. So that's, by taking 23 today, you're assuming that 7 guys by next fall that are on scholarship right now are going to be leaving your program. And that's not including those outgoing seniors. That's 7 guys that are, today juniors, sophomores, or incoming freshmen. And you mentioned the oversign, like, yes, you can hit the 25. The Big Ten allows the +3. That's that oversign by 3, which those 3 count back to the previous class. So now if Fleck goes over by 25, for every guy that he goes over by 25 in that +3, it's going to have to come from the 2017 cycle. And what's interesting is that 2017 cycle hit the max of 25 as well, now that they grabbed those 2 SEC transfers last week. So any oversign there, you're going to see a freshman leave, which would be interesting as well. Fleck he's gone on the record and he has said that he hopes to hit a 27 as his goal. So that leaves 4 more spots in the 2018 class, with obviously 2 of those hitting that oversign and count back to a previous cycle. So we'll see how that shakes out. I have no reason to doubt that he's going to hit that number, especially the way that he's gone in recruiting to date. So, but yeah, that definitely is an interesting topic, though.
Any early enrollees in the 18 class?
Yeah, Brennan Armstrong, the QB commit right now, is for sure early enrollee. He's ready to go. He will jump in January. The other guy to keep an eye on, I know he's been looking into it, but he isn't for sure yet, is Nathan Bowe. He's a local kid out of Wisconsin North. He's been talking with the coaches and considering it. So those are the first 2 as of right now. And I'm sure there'll be others that come up, but Brennan is a for sure and Nathan is a possible as of right now.
All right, so let's talk about how P.J. Fleck and his coaching staff translate from Western Michigan to the Big Ten. Because at WMU, where the Broncos were putting up all those numbers offensively, they had a good quarterback, Zach Terrell, 3,500 yards almost every single year, I think 3 years in a row pretty much. They had a top 5 pick this last year in wide receiver Corey Davis. The running game the last 3 years under Fleck was, anywhere from 2,400 to 3,200 rushing yards. I mean, they were monsters. Does that translate, that style of play, to the Big Ten in your mind?
I absolutely think it translates. That's probably the biggest thing that I'm most excited to watch this fall camp, is just seeing kind of the new look offense, because I know they kind of held back and went a little bit vanilla in the spring. He likes to run. It's called an RPO offense, run pass option. So we're used to in the college days with the zone read where you're reading the D end. That's part of that's the run option in that equation. They also include in the RPO offense where they'll key on linebackers. If a linebacker's cheating up, that's where you see the quarterback has to make that read and hit those little bubble screens. That's a major key in his offense, or where he'll hit a fade over the top. That's part of that RPO run pass option offense.
Yeah.
What the RPO offense really focuses on, and why they were so successful at Western Michigan, is it sets up a lot of man situations where if a defense is going to beat you, they have to be able to beat you in man situations because of just the way that the scheme works. Because if you don't, you're going to leave somebody out on an island, and that's where you take advantage. Quarterback pulls down and he runs. So that's what will be interesting. So he did a tremendous job recruiting athletes to Western Michigan that was beyond what other teams had in the MAC. He's taken over a roster here that's very talented, and he's recruiting at a level that we haven't seen at Minnesota, at least. So it might take some time to get there. We'll see flashes of it at times, and obviously, the really good comparison would be when he went up against Wisconsin in the bowl game. I think they went the first 2-3 series where they really struggled, and that was because they couldn't beat Wisconsin in the man-to-man type situations or the one-on-one situations. And then it kind of started to open up a little bit on the back end of the game as the game kind of rolled along. And I think that's kind of the same thing you'll see as time goes on. As they kind of install the offense here, there's going to be some Big Ten teams that might struggle to win in those one-on-one situations. But as he brings in more and more talent, hopefully dips into Georgia a little bit more to keep Remy happy, and you start winning more of those one-on-one battles. And And that's definitely, I absolutely have no reason to believe that the offense won't be successful in Minnesota as well.
Please, dear God, just don't do what Lime Grover, Jerry Kill, and that pass staff did. Whenever they had a 3rd and 5, they'd run the damn ball and just give up. I mean, they couldn't throw the ball. At least have some threat of a passing attack, whoever the quarterback is this year. Just anything.
Yeah, there's going to be a threat to pass the ball. And I think, I'm a former wide receiver myself back in my playing days. And
Minnesota Morris, what up?
Yes, absolutely. So that's the part that gets me excited, just as a former wideout. Shannon Brooks brought it up this last week at the Gopher Media Day, actually on Monday, where he said this offense is going to be far more aggressive than we're used to seeing here. So I'm excited to kind of see it, and a lot of the players are excited to get it all installed and get ready to go.
So I always go back to recruiting. I'll let Joe handle the X's and O's of the Gopher season, but you know me. I'm interested in this Big D tackle from Alabama. Now, speaking of getting back under the 85 number, is this guy a kid who committed to an already extremely deep defensive line at Alabama and figured out I'm not going to get on the field, and now he's a win for the staff? I mean, talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, he's not just committed. He was there for 3 years. He redshirted 1 year and then played for 2.
Yeah. What's his name again?
Right. O.J. Smith.
Man, that's right.
He's a big guy. And, Alabama brought him in. He was kind of that 0-1 technique, run stuffing, kind of gap-filling type defensive tackle. And you know how Alabama recruits defensive linemen.
Absolutely.
As time went on, they brought in more high 4 to 5-star defensive linemen, and he just kind of saw the writing on the wall. It's interesting, though, when he made the decision to leave Alabama and last week committed to transfer to Minnesota, we had our Alabama writer from 24/7 Sports and a number of Alabama posters jump over, and they had nothing but positive things to say about OJ, and actually kind of were sad to see him go. So that speaks volumes, in my opinion. It wasn't just a situation of, he's passed on or passed up by other guys. We don't really care. Let him go. I mean, they genuinely were sad to see him go because they thought that he had a role on that defensive line. So it's a huge win for the staff. Especially what's really nice is, so he'll have to sit out this year. And next year will be his senior year, so he only has 1 year to play unless he says he's going to submit for a medical hardship. The staff doesn't believe it's going to go through, but regardless, he'll sit out this fall, and then he'll play in 2018. And if you look at the current makeup of the roster right now, it's really heavy in seniors and juniors at defensive line, and then there's a drop-off where there's almost no sophomores or freshmen that carried over from the last staff. They had none on roster. So then you have to bring in, 6 D tackles from the last class, or not 6, I'm sorry, 3 D tackles from last class and 3 in this current class to bring in 6 total. What OJ will really help with is bridge that gap, I guess. When, you lose 3 D tackles this year, OJ will help bridge that gap so you don't have to play so many freshmen so early. So, yeah, it's a huge get for the staff. They should be extremely proud.
Yeah, he was recruited, I think, originally by Kirby Smart, who's Georgia coach now, and I think Billy Napier took over his recruiting afterwards. But anytime you can get a big stud, he could be Minnesota's version of Mount Cody.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have no idea what that means, but hey, who's going to play quarterback this year for PJ Fleck?
I'm leaning hard actually that it's Demery Croft. Demery, in my opinion, separated himself in the spring. I know the staff won't publicly say that yet. I think they're trying to keep their cards a little closer to the vest than PJ's leading on with some of his public comments. But just my opinion, just from observing things, if you're picking on talent alone, Demery's the guy. He just he offers so much more to the offense. Don't get me wrong, Connor is a great backup quarterback that he can fill a very good need. But I just think Demery's the guy that really will help get this offense going.
So give me a quick answer here. Trevor Trout, the big D tackle from St. Louis, if you had a crystal ball today, if you had to put it in today, are the Gophers getting him?
No, they're not, unfortunately.
Damn it!
I know. I wish.
He's not getting out of Missouri, is he?
There goes my season.
Probably not.
Yeah.
You know what I wanted more than anything out of Trevor Trout is all of the trout fishing references.
Exactly.
In the boat. That was fantastic.
So
they write themselves.
So speaking of crystal balls, dude, you're 18th overall across the entire 24/7 network. You're killing it. Are you coming for Will Fonk's crown?
Beast mode.
I was higher before. I was at 11, and I had a little bit of a drought.
Wow, not good.
I know. I went the wrong way for a little bit. This last weekend, though, with the whole Hyper Hangout weekend, adding a handful of commits, that definitely helped kind of get me going again. But there was a couple kids that weren't going to Minnesota that I didn't. At one point, Minnesota was after. That's the one thing I tried to pride myself where I really only put crystal ball predictions on guys that Minnesota actually was kind of after. I don't waste my time a lot with kind of the bigger names that, maybe there was no contact at all. But there was a handful of guys that I placed predictions on that ended up going to other schools, and I was just flat wrong on where they were going. As long as it wasn't Minnesota, I wasn't quite sure, So, yeah, nice. I fell off there on a couple picks. But otherwise, it's gone well. It's been fun. It's a fun tool to use, man.
We'll wrap up here shortly, but I can't let you go because you cover Gopher basketball as well. Tre Jones, man, is Richard Pitino basically knocking on his door every single day saying, oh, my God, your buddies Daniel Oturu and Jarvis Thomas, they're here. Come on, man. Come to me in 2018.
Yeah, you're right. You mentioned two of them, and then you had Gabe Kalishur also. Those are three Howard Pulley teammates, and I know all three of them are obviously – they're trying to get Tre too. I know they're trying. They're really trying hard. Obviously, Tre is the big dream. I would love to see nobody more than Tre in this offense or at the U. The thing is it sounds like he's kind of a pretty heavy lean to Duke, though.
Yeah.
I talked quite a bit to our Duke 24/7 writer, and he believes during the AAU season that Coach K kind of got it as close to being locked up as you possibly can during that period. He was at virtually every game of his. So we'll see. But, and Pitino's gone out and he's been offering a couple other guards recently, too, which is kind of a tell that maybe he doesn't feel as confident that Tre will stay home because he's looking at plan B and plan C already. But, yeah, Duke is the hard one that's going to be to land. But if you're going to land Tre, it's going to be because you've got half of his Howard Pulley teammates coming to town with him. Right. So.
Well, yeah, and another thing has to be Isaiah Washington. It's going to be year one for him. He'd only be a sophomore when Jones – Jones could probably unseat him. He's that good. But Isaiah Washington, I've read that he's the best New York City point guard since Kemba Walker.
I know. They love him in New York, and that's what will be interesting. I think the Gophers play Ohio State in the Garden this winter, and that's almost going to feel like a home game, I think, because of as much love that Isaiah Washington gets in that area. So you're right. That does kind of complicate things, although I really do believe that Tre and Isaiah could play together, in situations. So I don't think it would be the main reason or culprit that would shy Tre away, but it's one that, it's a good talking point.
We're talking to Kyle Goblirsch, 24/7. I don't know if I call you beat writer, recruiting analyst, big time boss man over covering the Gophers for recruiting, and you can find him on Twitter at GoBMN. Last question, and we'll let you go.
All right.
Got any sneaky news? Anything you want to break on the One Hunnit podcast today? Come on and keep it 100 now.
Yeah, break some news.
All right. From the recruiting angle, that's going to be hard because they're already at 23 commits, and you're really going to see the recruiting die down. So they're not die down, but slow down. They're going to pump the brakes. So there's nothing really breaking there. Maybe I don't know how breaking it is. I'll throw it out and see what you guys think. But, PJ has already commented that they're going to go to brand new uniforms after this season. Ooh. That's he's already kind of shared that, so that's not breaking. But what I can tell you is those, I'm going to pronounce it wrong. I'm going to butcher the name. Anthracite, I believe, is the term for those gray uniforms that they wore 2 years ago against Michigan on Halloween. I believe it's anthracite is how you say it. It's kind of like a charcoal color.
Yeah, I remember those.
Those will be back this year because they didn't use them last year.
All right, then.
So I've been told that, and I've been told, I can't say too much, but there will be more than 2 helmets this year. Last year they had the maroon and gold. Maroon and gold will stay, but there will be more than 2 this year. So that's an additional lookout, I guess. I don't know if that's breaking or not. I was told I can't share too much about the additional helmet, but there will be more than 2 this year. So nice. He's already starting to kind of open the box, I guess, to peek into, what's to come with his feel on uniforms and the changes that are coming. But so if you're one of those uniform guys that loves that sort of topic, I know the recruits do, and that's why he's going to make some changes. we'll get a little bit of a peek into it this year already.
God, it's amazing what happens when you don't have an old man running your team. Sorry, Jerry Kill. Hey, Kyle, we appreciate it, man.
Thanks, man.
You so
I appreciate
much.
it.
Sounds good. I appreciate it too, guys.
All right.
Talk to you later, buddy.
Kyle Goblirsch, 24/7 Sports, Minnesota Gophers angles.
Find him on Twitter at GOBIEMN.
All right.
There it is, baby. That's that nightmare sound.
You like that noise, don't you? You know what that is?
What is that?
That's them Bean Boozled beans.
I
Those jelly beans that get up in your mouth and make you want to.
You're a loser.
Spit out a little vomit.
I come close to death every time we do this segment.
Well, we've got.
Hey, what was your biggest takeaway from KG?
Well, Goby from 24/7 covering the Gophers. For me personally, I mean, everybody knows Tre Jones is going to go to Duke, so that wasn't really it. But I mean, it hurts a little more when you actually hear it from a guy who's covering it all day. He's like, yeah, he'd probably. And then you hear that Patino's out recruiting other point guards. That sucks. I mean, it's like, well, how many 5-star guys are we going to have in Minnesota that go somewhere else?
Well, we've got a lot so far.
Yeah, Rashad Vaughn, Reed Travis. Was he 4 or 5? I don't know.
4.
But Tyus Jones. I mean, there's a lot of them out there.
But I like the oversigning angle because that's what the big boy programs do.
Yeah, man.
Big boy programs.
Weed out the weak.
They oversign and they have natural attrition from guys who say, I'm not playing.
Yeah.
And that's how you get to be a big boy program.
I like that, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I also like that Kyle was used the words leaning hard.
Yeah.
In terms of who he thinks Fleck is picking at quarterback.
Yeah.
Demery Croft.
That's
an athletic specimen right there. He's like 6'4".
From?
Is he from Georgia?
No.
Yeah, of course not.
I don't know where he's from.
I think he's from like Illinois.
Oh, I thought he was a local kid.
Demery Croft?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Seth Green.
That's who I'm thinking about.
Seth Green.
Is he here?
I don't even
Still?
know. Is he still here? I don't even know.
Yeah,
All I know is he went from 5-star to like no star.
Right, because
he went to
Texas and
he
then
went
came
to
back.
a cloudy sky. He went nowhere.
Yeah.
But-
Ironically, you about to go to a cloudy sky.
All right, man. You know
Because that's
the
what our
rules.
brains do when this trivia hits.
Yeah, trivia. So play along with us. Here's how it works. We'll hit this little button here.
Get ready to the countdown.
And then we say a school, a college.
Yep.
And then we go back and forth naming professional athletes that went to that school.
Any sport.
Yep. So if Jackie Joyner Kersey went to college, I have no idea if she did.
I don't either.
Hey, we'll take it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
When you're that fast, somebody's going to pay you to go to school.
Exactly. So there's a lot of them out there.
And last week you said Bart Simpson or somebody. I'm not.
You didn't catch me.
I didn't.
said Eddie Pinkney.
Eddie Pinkney
went to I don't even remember what school
Nebraska.
It was hilarious.
Nebraska.
I don't think it was Nebraska.
And then you texted me later in the day. You was like, dude, Eddie Pinkney didn't go to that school.
I don't even know where. I still don't know where Eddie Pinkney.
But the rule is, if you get caught doing that, it's 2 beans.
Okay, yeah,
right.
but it's got to be in the show. You
Got to be in the
caught.
show. Rock,
All
paper, scissors for this.
Yep.
Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. All right. So
Why did you go paper? You always go paper.
I messed with you this time.
Jeez.
So I'll hit the button. I'll pick a school. You start it off, and we go back and forth for 20 seconds.
Let's go.
Whoever's left on the board, eat a bean. All right. Here we go.
Get ready to the countdown.
LSU.
That's who I was going to say. Leonard Fournette.
Daniil Hunter.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Ben, the basketball player. Oh, my gosh. Ben Simmons.
Odell Beckham Sr.
Dude, are you kidding me? Zach Mettenberger. Got it in.
My God.
You
Oh,
lose.
no way.
You lose.
You're a loser.
You're a loser.
Oh, I thought I had you with the double Odell Beckham.
Hey, funny thing is, Zach Mettenberger transferred from Georgia, went to LSU.
I should have said like Tyrann Mathieu. I had that one in the bag.
I can't believe I won with Zach Mettenberger.
That was good.
Yeah.
I deserve to eat a bean.
Here we go. What do you got? Ooh. Are we out? Oh, my gosh.
Now, this one's like
No,
pinkish.
the both of those are strychnine.
This
What do you
is
got?
either Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Tutti Frutti.
No. Don't eat that one. What do you got?
Tutti Frutti.
Oh, my gosh.
It tastes like bubble gum.
I hate you.
That is bubble gum.
God.
I'm just about that action, boss.
All right.
Hang on. Let me finish the bean first.
Yeah, finish that bean, baby. You talk with beans in your mouth.
You like the beans in your mouth.
Oh, man.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you're a big fan of plums.
Here we go. You ready?
All right, let's do it.
Get ready to the countdown.
Alabama.
Julio Jones.
Oh my gosh. Mark Ingram.
Amari Cooper.
Terrence Cody.
Who's that big, thick linebacker? Linval Joseph. Yeah.
Woo! Did he go to Alabama?
Oh, yeah, baby boy.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
No, he did.
Linval Joseph did not go to Alabama.
Where'd he go?
He didn't go to Alabama. He went to somewhere in Florida.
Damn it.
He went to Florida or Florida State or something like that. Linval Joseph did not go to Alabama. Absolutely not.
I'll look it up. Damn it, East Carolina.
2 beans! There's one. This is a big, ugly one, too. You eat that.
Oh, boy.
Got another one. Hey, this one looked might refreshing. What do you got?
That's pretty good, too.
What is that?
I don't know. It's tasty.
Here's the second one.
Get some lime.
What is that?
No juice.
Really?
That's lime.
Oh, my
I
gosh!
got 3 good ones in a row.
That's not
I've been
even.
rocking this beast mode thing kind of hard.
God. Woo. All right, you got a school?
Not yet.
Hey, that was our first challenge.
Okay.
Linval Joseph.
Are you ready?
You ready? Go.
Get ready to the countdown.
Minnesota.
Lawrence Maroney.
Marion Barber.
Devondre Campbell.
Quincy Lewis.
Tyrone Carter.
Bobby Jackson.
Plays for the Falcons. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Devondre Campbell?
No, the big D lineman.
Oh, Rashid Hageman.
Rashid Hageman. God.
Yeah, you couldn't even come up with Kevin McHale or Kevin Lynch or it's the freaking Gophers,
Kevin McHale's from Minnesota?
Yeah, he's from Hibbing, dude.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, come on,
What do we got
man.
here?
You got a billion choices. Sam Jakes
hey,
got a hot
I'm-
tick in the NBA.
I'm
Rick freaking Rickard. Chris Humphries.
That's good. I'm
Bobby
taking this
Jackson.
one. This is either going to be canned dog food or chocolate
John
pudding.
Thomas even played in the NBA for a little bit.
That dog food.
Yeah. What's up now?
That's dog food.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I haven't eaten dog food since yesterday.
That's a good bit, man. Shoot. Linval. How about that, man? I didn't have to eat any bad ones.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, you collect yourself. I'll set it up. It's time for views from the Hunnit. Hey!
Earlier, you said you were going to eat a bean if I answered that question. Yes!
Dude,
No, you said it.
that was a joke.
You said it.
Khalil Mack this
Khalil
ad.
Mack,
Oh,
hey,
what
don't
is
make
going
bets
on
you won't
here?
pay off.
Oh, no.
Kevin Fauna says you well on all your bets. Let's go.
Please be caramel
Let's go.
corn. Please be caramel corn and not moldy cheese.
Let's go. Let's go.
God damn it! Moldy cheese!
Yeah, don't hedge on your bets, baby.
No
Let's
juice.
go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, don't talk that trash.
Man, I got 100 shades in my head and I
God.
can eat this.
Hey, your bean eating's like your softball average. 1 for 4.
Views from the Hunnit.
Let's go. How's the throat?
This has got to be like a Bongards or something like that.
How's the throat?
My throat's a little tough.
How's the knee?
Sore.
Contemplating retirement?
Hell no, man. I'm the best D-League softball player in Minnesota. I ain't retiring.
Co-ed distinction or just across the board?
Across the board, doesn't matter.
You invited me to play, right?
Yeah, you can play.
When you guys get moved up to B or A, invite me.
Dude, you can't play.
I can play.
No, you can't.
All right.
We're going to have a home run derby.
We're going to have a combine, too.
Oh, whoop your ass.
And we're going to talk to Jarrett McKinnon about his combine numbers, and then we're going to compare them.
Hey, man, all this talk about Kyrie Irving. Now, get this. Reports coming out today saying that Kyrie will not commit long-term to any team he plays for. That means he's a free agent in 2019. So, if you're Glenn Taylor sitting there on your wrinkly ass on your $1 million desk, you're going to say, I'm going to take Andrew Wiggins for 5 years when he'll be 27 at the end of that, or I'll trade Wiggins for Kyrie knowing that I might lose Kyrie in 2 years. What do you do?
Always take the sure bet. Kyrie Irving is a top 5 player in the league.
Oh, he's top 5 now. Isn't like 2 weeks ago you say he's not a top 10 point guard?
Never said that.
Yeah, you probably
I
did.
never said that.
Yeah, you probably
I
did.
said he's the best point guard in the league.
You're an idiot.
Kyrie Irving, you take
Russell freaking Westbrook?
You take the sure thing.
God, you're dumb.
You take the sure thing.
Steph Curry?
Take the sure thing.
Boy, you're stupid.
Take Kyrie.
Not for
2
2
years
years.
of Kyrie are better than 5 years of Wiggins.
Oh, bull crap. You don't blow up that kind of potential. Plus, Kyrie in 2 years will be 27. Wiggins in 2 years is still 25.
Kyrie's already achieved more than Wiggins ever will.
He's stupid.
Chris Carter's kid made an incredible catch in the Canadian Football League. Did you see it?
I did. Deron Carter, man, that thing, he went up and one-handed it, but he backhanded it. Now, it's not as good as everybody's saying it was. They're like, oh, my God, it's the best catch you'll see all year. No. He didn't catch it and squeeze it. I've seen who's the former Ohio State quarterback playing wide receiver for the Browns now? Ty something. T.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That
guy.
The tattoo guy.
Yeah, man. He's on my fantasy football. Terrell Pryor,
yeah.
Him and DeAndre Hopkins have both made better catches in practice this week than Deron Carter made in the game. We talking about practice. Hey, I told you Xavier Rhodes would get paid 5 years, $78 million. What up? One of the best DBs in the NFL.
Did you see his tweet?
No, I didn't.
He said bank account blowing up or something. Bank account on swole or something. He tweeted out after. Yeah. No, he's legit, man. He's legit. He's top 5 point guard.
I'm glad
point guard, top 5 cornerback.
You're finally coming around.
Top 5.
All right.
He's great.
Your turn.
Do you remember my first ever preach mode?
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
What I preach about? Preach about Irvin Santana.
You want to trade him now. You were saying all kinds of stupid stuff like that.
You were saying stuff in the background like Holy Ghost. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I said one thing in there. I said by the end of July, they would be in last place, so trade him.
Yeah.
I was close.
No, you're not close. And they didn't trade him.
They didn't.
No.
But they should have.
Why? There wasn't a market for starting pitchers until like 2:59, 1 minute to go in the deadline when Darvish went.
It doesn't matter. I guarantee you Derek Falvey, friend of the show, fielded calls for
I walked by him
Irvin
at lunch
Santana.
today. He didn't recognize me.
He didn't?
No.
He's never seen you before.
Yes.
He wasn't in studio.
Yeah, but I've seen him in office.
Did you ask him, did he get my resume?
Oh, did he? Did you send it?
I did.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Absolutely.
You got passed over real quick.
I did. He probably got a rule on my email that goes to a trash box.
Yeah. Junk mail.
They should have got what they could because they're not going to re-sign him.
Yeah, but he's back next year, and then there's a team option for the year after. So he's controllable.
He's controllable?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
That's why you're stupid.
He'll never be as good as he was through May.
No,
Never.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Jose Canseco, you know him.
I heard of him.
He's funny.
Yeah.
Well, he's already won the tweet of the year with this. Quote, #watching the MLB Hall of Fame induction, watching Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. Love that guy. Pure class. Only player to visit me in jail. End quote. How good is that, dude?
Classic.
Man, I want to hang out with him and O.J. Simpson just one night. And maybe Pac-Man Jones.
I don't know about all that. You tweeted something this week. You said I took some pre-workout, some C4.
Yeah, man.
Sponsorship?
Yeah, we'll take that.
Before your D-League softball game. And
That's
you
right.
said you went yard.
That's right, man. I hit it deep and very high.
Are you attributing that to the C4?
2 weeks in a row, I took C4 before I played. I homered in both games.
Question.
Performance-enhancing drugs.
Did you take Advil for your throat and knee, though?
No, man. I took 2 scoops of C4. You're only supposed to take 1.
You took 2?
Yeah, man.
My goodness.
I weigh 260. I need 2.
You weigh what?
260?
You pronounced 285 wrong.
That's about how many yards the Falcons had fewer than the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
In the fourth quarter, at least.
Yeah. Hey, where were you 10 years ago this week when the Minneapolis 35W bridge collapsed? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. So I was in North Dakota.
Yeah.
Living in Grand Forks, where I'm headed after the show.
Boring.
Yeah, and we heard about it, and we actually had one of our church members was, in fact, took the university exit 2 minutes before it collapsed.
Whoa!
Coming south on 35W.
Jeez, that's frightening. I was in Thunder Bay, Ontario, covering the St. Cloud then Riverbats, who are now the Rocks.
North. I apologize. She was coming north, took that exit to go to that store right before. Yeah,
exactly.
And got to the store, pulled into the gas station, heard it collapse.
Dang.
Yep.
Dude, that's
Incredible.
scary. You just never know, man.
So, you think Danielle Hunter has a legit shot to lead the NFL in sacks? You were talking about this earlier.
Yes, absolutely. Danielle Hunter, I'm trying to get D2 from Government Sports, get down there and talk to him at training camp this week. But Danielle Hunter is a freaky player, man. Everybody in the NFL is saying, watch out, breakthrough athlete this year. But the funny thing is, the dude had 12 sacks last year.
He did.
Quietest 12 sacks you'll ever hear about because he wasn't on the field all that often.
That's right.
But now he's going to be the starting end opposite Everson Griffin, and Brian Robinson plays that backup role.
Yep.
Danielle Hunter might have 15 plus 20 sacks.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, he might get to 20.
He's not going to get to 20.
Why not?
Because.
Why not?
He's not
I'll
that
bet
good.
you right now. I will bet you right now
I bet you this. I bet you Vic Beasley has more sacks than Danielle Hunter.
That is a bet. $50 because I can't afford 100.
So $50 and 5 beans.
Deal.
Yeah. All right.
And if they tie, you have to eat the beans.
Why?
Because you got the favorite in the race.
Is Vic the favorite?
Yeah, probably.
I just want to hear you say that.
Hashtag boiled peanuts. You know what that means?
Yeah, man. It means our guy Byron Buxton, man, is
he back in the fold.
Back from injury now.
This guy.
Hey, what's up? This is
Yes,
Byron
sir.
Buxton from the Minnesota.
Yeah, what up, Buck?
What up, Buck? Ooh. Yeah, man. He's
And he
our
had
guy.
a hit. He had a hit in his
He
first
did.
game back.
He did.
By the way, hitting 387 in July before he got hurt. Missed 14 games. Went down to the minors. He hit 500 with 2 bombs, 3 ribbies, and right back at it.
He's hitting almost 300 since he came on the show.
Yeah, man. That's what we do.
That's what we do, man.
We bring the heat.
We bring greatness. Lindsay Whaley hit a game winner after she was on the show.
How about
You know
that
what I'm
last
saying?
week? Yeah, we like that.
I saw a tweet the other day. Showed the GIF file of Randy Moss, right?
Yeah.
When he roasted D'Angelo Hall. when he took off and about 10 yards in front of D'Angelo Hall, threw the hand up. Now, D'Angelo Hall is fast.
Yeah, he's
so
real
he
fast.
threw the hand up.
Yeah, he's one of the
and he
fastest guys ever.
Ran right by him. Culpepper throws it. Touchdown, Randy Moss. And I saw the tweet. The tweet said that hand was the scariest thing in the history of football.
And D'Angelo Hall tweeted that? Who tweeted that?
No. George Foster tweeted. I saw somebody tweet it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right, man. And there's very few things that I've thought were like fear-inducing athletes.
Right.
This is like no matter what. And I always thought Aaron Rodgers rolling out of the pocket a number of years ago was one of those. It's like, oh my God, he's rolling right. We're going to get torched.
Yep.
And he often did. And I always thought Albert Pujols in the prime of his career, he came up late in the innings. You're just like, oh shit, we done.
Yeah. So,
and he's in that category. Moss was obviously there.
I compare it to this. When you walk into this studio with those beans and you shake that thing in front of that microphone,
it is. Get up on there.
That right there. It's nightmarish to me.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being a DB? Moss is 5 yards in front of you. He tosses that hand up in the air. You're toast.
Dude, best team in baseball?
Yeah.
History?
Could be.
LA Dodgers.
They may win 120
They won
games.
41 out of 46.
They may never lose again.
Dude, this is crazy.
It is.
I've never seen anything like this.
But they're not satisfied.
Dude, they went out and got you, Darvish.
When you go
He's
get
like a top 10 pitcher.
When you go get a guy who comes into your rotation and immediately surpasses a guy on your roster who's 13-1 with a sub-2
Alex
ERA
Wood. Yeah.
and says you're now the number 3 pitcher. Can you imagine? You got to go Kershaw, Darvish, Wood. What do you? And matter of fact, these are 8-inning ball games because
then you got Kenley Jensen.
You're not hitting off Kenley Jensen.
No, you're not
at all.
That team is absolutely, as we say in the business, yoked.
Yeah, they're gonna win it all.
They're the Ronnie Coleman of baseball.
A week in the count.
Yeah.
You still convince our buddy, and he is our buddy.
Yes, he is.
Pat Elflein is the starting center. Game 1, Monday night, New Orleans Saints, U.S. Bank Stadium.
I don't see why he wouldn't be. I mean, you want raw talent, 3rd-round pick coming into a situation where bodies are needed badly.
I need an answer.
And Nick Easton's not going to start
I
at
need
center.
an answer.
Yes, Pat Elflein starts at center.
So you telling me
play of the year in sports.
Our friend.
The ESPY already has been made.
It's the
for
starting
next year.
center.
And the ESPYs were like 2 weeks ago.
What up?
Austin Jackson's catch for the Indians against the Red Sox on Tuesday night. Did you see that?
No.
Dude, it was sick. You didn't see it?
I didn't see it.
Are you freaking kidding me?
No, I didn't see it.
Talk for a second.
Yeah.
God.
I'm just saying. Are you telling me our friend?
No, come on. You didn't see the Austin Jackson?
I didn't see it.
Are you kidding me?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, my God.
I want to see it. Are you bringing it up?
God, you're so stupid.
It looks like one of mine, probably.
How do you not see that? God, I'm going to bring it up here. Just
bring it up.
You hang on.
I'm waiting. Oh, is that it? Good Lord, he's got hops like me.
Why don't you say something productive here for now?
I don't ever say anything productive. That's why your friends think I'm an idiot.
So Austin Jackson's 30 years old now. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What up, Sean?
What up, Sean?
No.
Too bad you ain't on the show.
Come on, play the video. I'm ruining the show right
Here
now.
it is. No, it's fine. It's views from the Hunnit, baby. We go off script.
Whatever. People can wait. Here it comes. Look at this.
All right.
Hanley Ramirez. High fly
Hanley
ball.
Ramirez, and he's
deep
pimping
to
it.
Center. Way back. Here's Austin Jackson. Oh!
Ramirez was pimping that thing,
Dude,
too.
watch this. Watch this. He's in the freaking bullpen.
That's a home run.
the ball to hit the ground.
No, if you leave the stadium.
No, it's not.
That's a home run.
You're an idiot. You don't know more than the umpires. Watch this. Look at Hanley Ramirez. He's like, dude, are you kidding me?
Yeah, he was like,
Watch
wow.
the replay. Where's the damn replay? Are you kidding me? Come on, Sports Illustrated. That was the craziest catch I've ever seen. And I've seen some crazy catches. I played D-League softball.
Dude.
I made some of them.
That was all right. That wasn't as spectacular as you made it out to be.
You're an idiot.
You built that thing up to be this amazing catch.
Anyway.
It wasn't that great.
Yeah, your turn.
Brian Dozier.
What up, B-Doge?
Said the Twins should have been buyers. There he is right there, not sellers. Sounds a little bit like he's upset.
Well, I'd be mad if I never went to the playoffs, too. But, Brian Dozier, you're a big reason the Twins weren't buyers. Because you had a crappy first half of the season again this year.
True.
And you still haven't picked it up. I mean, where's all that juice from last year? Brian Dozier, you got
no juice.
Yeah.
You know what? The Twins probably shaking their heads saying, yeah, we should have traded Dozier last year and got what we could.
Bet he ain't coming on the show now.
Dude, I love Brian Dozier, but man, he's mad at the wrong people. He should look in the mirror and be like, you idiot.
That's right.
If you could have season tickets for all of next season for one of these teams, who do you pick? Twins, Vikes, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, any Minnesota sports team?
Wolves.
Wolves season tickets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Wolves.
New stadium, new jerseys, Jimmy Butler, Jeff T, Kyrie. No, Andrew Wiggins, Cat. What up now? Jamal Crawford.
But me and you were going all game. We're going to all 97 games, you said. I don't know how we're going to do that.
We're going to go out of the home games.
Yeah.
So there's like, I don't know how many there are, 60 or so after we win the finals.
So you wrote a story over on Going Men Sports, like you are wont to do, talking about some great potential in the bullpen in the minors for the Twins.
I'm telling you, don't panic, Twins fans. You got Nick Birdie, JT Chegwa. They both reach 100 miles per hour. Sitting in AAA, waiting to come up here. Problem is they had arm surgeries. They're out for the season. But you can recover from that now. They'll be back next year. 200-mile-per-hour guys, maybe
Tommy
in the
John?
back of that bullpen.
Tommy John?
I think one was Tommy John, one was some elbow thing. I don't know.
So he'll be throwing 92 when he comes back.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You ever seen Major League? Not Major League. That little kid, the rookie of the year.
Hey, John Smoltz did it.
Yeah, man, these guys can come back and absolutely throw just darts.
Yeah.
I mean, you know on that 20 to 80 scale where they grade players?
Yeah.
80s. They got 80s for their fastballs. There's about 3 or 4 other guys in AA or AAA that are just as talented.
We got one of your best pitching prospects in the Braves organization now for Jaime Garcia, who stayed here for
Who'd you get from the Twins? I don't even know who you
hours.
got from the Twins.
I don't know what his name
Nobody, because he sucks. Hey, Jimmy Butler on Instagram said he didn't like his photo he posted because he forgot to put lotion on his ankles. Sounds like that boy is battling the old dry skin issue.
Yeah, man. Sounds like he was a little bit dry.
You ever put lotion on your ankles?
No.
Because you got cankles, fat boy.
I guess so. Yeah, man. If you could be one pro athlete for one day, who would you be?
One pro athlete for one day?
Yeah.
I'd tell you who I'd be.
Beast mode. I'm just about that action.
Marshawn Lynch?
So I did that.
Yeah, dude. I'd be
incredible.
Marshawn Lynch.
He's incredible.
One day as Marshawn Lynch is unlimited Skittles, and that's all I care about.
Yeah.
I love Skittles.
I love Skittles, too. Yeah,
Do you like Skittles?
Yeah, but not as much as you, apparently.
Shut up.
Good gracious.
This is my favorite thing of the week. All right? We told you about porn earlier in the show.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, here it is. Mr. Porn. ZachLevine.com. You want to go there?
No.
What do you think happens when you go to ZachLevine.com?
No idea.
He ain't going to get no porn, but he's got a new website, and he's selling you a workout program so you can add 6 to 12 inches.
To your vertical.
To your vertical. $39.99 if you buy now, but after that, the price jumps to $59.99 after August 18th. Jeremy, I ask you, sir, is 6 to 12 inches
on your vertical
worth $40 to you?
Just in case somebody's radio buffered right there after that thing.
Yeah. On your vertical.
No, I already got a 40-inch vertical.
Dude, you ain't got anything near a 40-inch vertical. Can you touch the rim?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
I bet you can't.
I used to dunk.
You never dunked.
Yes, I did.
No, that's more shocking than Muggsy Bogues.
No, I used to dunk a volleyball. Promise. Honest to goodness.
You could dunk a volleyball.
Honest to goodness.
Dude, it's basketball. It doesn't matter if you can dunk a volleyball.
Well, you can dunk a donut.
I'll dunk your ass outside.
Listen.
What are you doing?
Did you go back to Great Clips?
Yeah. I did.
Why?
Well, it's not a thing against Ant or Details Barber Lounge in St. Paul. I just, I had the Hunnit logo shaved in my head, and I had to get rid of the Hunnit because I have family pictures on Sunday.
I took you to the greatest barber you've ever been to in your life.
Yeah, close second, Kellogg Barbershop, Litchfield, Minnesota. What up? But no,
he gave you this incredible cut. Had you looking real gangster-like.
I was gangster-like. I still look gangster.
And you went back to Great Clips.
I'm sweating.
And you paid the same amount of money you would have paid Ant to get another trim.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
and
about.
And Ant would have took that razor blade to that and lines you up all nice looking.
My beard's straight as an arrow right
Your
now.
beard is horrible.
Shut up.
I like it, though.
Yeah,
the only reason you don't look like Beakert again is because of that beard.
Well, Great Clips did me a little quickie, okay?
Yeah. My man, we got a packed week next week.
Dude, we got Jarek McKinnon hopefully on the show.
Yep.
We might have Saints linebacker coach, former Falcons head coach Mike Nolan on the show.
Former Falcons defensive coordinator.
Oh, whatever.
He was under Mike Smith.
Yeah, good thing you said that because I would have said that coach. He actually coached P.J. Fleck with the 49ers.
He did. He actually fired or cut P.J. Fleck.
Yeah, he cut him and then gave him a job.
Yeah, gave him a job.
Yeah, that's how Fleck's a coach today. Yeah. So thank you, Mike Nolan.
Thank you.
He also was going to be at U.S. Bank Stadium September 11th, Monday Night Football, Saints-Vikings. Some good stuff to talk about.
Going to be getting his tail whooped.
We're going to go out to Gopher practice next week. Tuesday or Friday, not sure yet. We're going to get the Georgia running backs on the show.
Oh, man.
Maybe both of them. Rodney Smith and Shannon Brooks.
Yes, sir.
Maybe.
Atlanta boys.
Yeah, but that's it.
DSGB.
Yeah, man. We're going to have a big week ahead of us.
Big week. Hey, man, do you think that our first guest next week will run all over our second guest's defense first game of the season?
Yeah.
I think so, too. I tell you. All right, man, Zeke just walked in. You know what that means?
He needs the light.
You know what that means?
We got to turn it out.
That means for the 11th week in a row. I was great. You was all right.